What's up, everyone? We've got a challenging new galactic challenge. So, as always, I figure I will throw my head into the ring with what I found to be a pretty solid solution for having to get around what seems like we're expected to just have the brand new characters already. He just wants this out of us. In terms of RNG expectation, just to set the table a little bit, took about 2 hours of streaming and I was able to get 3 wins during that time. So, definitely some restarts. It could be worse. Take it for what it is. I will walk you through one of those wins and then leave the other two unedited at the end so you can kind of make your judgment call based off of those. But yes, I tried the fives lead. I don't necessarily disagree that it works, but to me, Rex lead just kind of made more sense and felt more consistent, even though probably it's about the same RNG to get a win. So this is the Rex lead style. There are plenty of other styles out there. Yeah, let's get to it. So just to set expectations a little bit even more, you will see uh, this isn't using Bad Batch. My Echo is, I geared him a little bit for this. Gear 10 was just for a minor speed bump with the Mark 6 thermal detonator. It makes absolutely no difference from Gear 9 aside from that. So if you don't feel like spending the stun gun and whatever else was in there, skip away. For the most part, the biggest hurdle I would say is it kind of depends on how much speed you're able to put on your Echo. Of course, you can only equip 5 dot mods, so you're kind of at the mercy of what you haven't taken to 6 dot yet. I think on average, I've probably got around a 16 or 17 average across them all. But yeah, so your mileage will vary here. You might be faster than me. You might be slower than me. Don't worry about the primaries or anything else aside from a speed set. It does not matter. He is landing all of his debuffs either way, and he is dying in one hit either way. So yes, they're all protection primaries. That is pure coincidence. I mean, it's not, but whatever. In terms of build for everyone else, so Rex, you just want to be as stupidly fast as possible. Potency cross, I've kind of been favoring. For the most of this fight, there is a good reason to want him to be landing those turn reductions. We actually want him to miss it at the start, so it's a little bit weird, but I did find that to be useful over the course of the fight. And then everywhere else, I just kind of, we ended up being on health set with protection primaries. I don't know if that's necessarily optimal here. It probably isn't, especially not protection for Rex. His health pool is not exactly, or his protection pool isn't huge, but my health primaries are slow. This could be defense maybe to make better use of fives. Probably health in the circle would be ideal. This is just what I had to work with, right? For the speed on the rest of the clones, I'll put a formula up here. You can see we have to base our speed off of Echo. We have Rex giving the rest of the 501st clones extra speed. Echo doesn't get that benefit. So we need to make sure that Echo goes second and everyone else stays under him. It's not too bad, right? So the magic number for me ended up being about 260-ish to have everyone go after Echo. I didn't exactly adhere to that. So, we got a 252, a 254, and you will see this is a Relic 8 5s, but don't worry. I did bring down, we basically nerfed Relic 8 with a pretty bad mod just to basically simulate the exact stats of Relic 7 on the stream. So don't get too scared off by that or anything. We gave a little bit more offense, but yeah. For Arc Trooper, pretty much just went health and offense primaries across the board. We just want his turret to be doing more damage. Again, maybe defense would have been a little bit better usage for making use of those inherited 5 stats from the sacrifice. Again, just kind of working with what I have here and hitting that or staying below that Echo maximum. And then Echo, 501st Echo, I actually had him potency modded for the stream, and after reviewing the footage of the last win that we did with the nerfed 5s, the potency actually is completely irrelevant. Stunning Dark Trooper, for the most part, doesn't end up mattering for the run where everything lines up well. So you can basically just ignore this potency. Probably give him another offense primary. Again, same as Arc Trooper. Maybe health, maybe defense set. I think defense would probably make the most sense for maximizing 5 stats. You could go for maybe a crit damage triangle as well. I think staying with offense is pretty okay. Either way, right? Because Dark Trooper can't be crit. We mostly just care about being able to cut through Dark Trooper. Take it for what it is. And then last but not least, yeah, we did have 5s with the health primaries, with the speed arrow, just to make sure that he could stay caught up. And yeah, mostly just focused on health and trying to grab some protection secondaries if we could. He transfers health, protection, speed, and offense. So those are the only real stats you should be thinking about here because everything else for him is not going to matter. Maybe potency if you can sneak some in, but yeah, again, I wouldn't really sweat it. Just focus on the transferable stats, focusing on speed and bulk first. Offense is a nice extra bonus if you can pick it up, but you know, like this, right? Something like this, you're just kind of grabbing it on the side if it happens to be there, or this one. Like we take this for the health, the offense just happens to be there. So yeah, in terms of everything else to cover, the usual 501st Zetas apply, Rex Unique, Rex Omega, and Echo Zeta I did not have. I mean, it will add some extra damage into the mission. I wouldn't necessarily call it critical. We did it fine without it. If you, I'm probably going to take this anyway, so you could argue, we have 7 Zetas banked. We maybe could have gotten away with taking this. I didn't find it critical. It's just going to be 16% protection before Echo dies, so skippable. All right, there's a lot to cover, so let's get through it pretty quickly. So right off the bat, we're kind of looking for Gideon to hit our 5s. Now, in this specific winning run, we did run into 5s not counterattacking after Gideon hit. This led to Piet going after Dark Trooper, which I think might be pretty key to our RNG here. Rex does a turn meter spread, Echo does his Daze Dispel, and then we have pretty easy access to Dark Trooper. From here, we're just trying to get Arc Turret going as much as possible here, so 5's calling Arc Trooper for the extra turret shot, Arc putting turret on Rex for the maximum number of turret shots, Rex being stupidly fast compared to everyone else. And one last little bit of RNG check. You'll notice Echo Grenade did not stun here, and even though I told you to take Potency Rex, it seems like we don't want him to hit turn meter reduction. The turn meter removals do kick in later, but the timing on this just seems to work really nicely that we do actually want Dark Trooper going before Piet here. So this turn was a little bit wasted. I think I opted to try to go for a speed down on Piet. We didn't get it. This could have just been more Dark Trooper damage. And then immediately just going back to Dark Trooper. All the Arc Turret damage possible. Again, we talk about a little bit of wasted damage here. Dark could have been even lower here if we had taken that earlier 5's basic, whatever. It did not end up mattering, but I do think that's debatable. From here, we're still, putting the turret back onto Rex. The special, as long as Echo can't assist, is easily the better damage. If Echo can assist, I still kind of prefer it for the turn meter. And here we go. That was the last chance where the stun could have mattered, which is why Potency Echo kind of proves not to really matter, it seems. So at this point in the fight, it's important to keep in mind what Death Star's charge will be at. It varies on a lot of runs, but you'll see in this one, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper are both about to go. We don't have another clone going next, but whoever goes next will get to use it. So this is why, even though we have Nuke up, and even though that probably looks very tempting, it is a better play to just pop the turn meter now, give Echo the Death Star, and then we can use the Nuke after. Using form up before the Nuke might seem weird and clunky, but I've found more often than not actually ends up being the way to go. So same exact deal. Turret going. Actually, no, I think we do possibly basics here. I kind of wish I did here. It probably could have been. When we use Death Star and Gideon, or just killing Gideon in general with the Nuke, he loses Demoralize. Even after the revive, that's gone. So yeah, nuked and killed Gideon twice, and now we're down to the last stage of the fight. So, he did drop Mark on Shore Trooper. It was a little bit of a low roll for us, kind of avoiding doing any AoE attacks where possible here, Echo Grenade especially. Piet counterattacks hurt pretty badly, even if both people are dazed. Like, and you see in the footage here, I would do what you can to avoid walking into the situation. It will wreck house. It's extremely painful. They always have offense up. It's just a very bad time. So in this case, we had to burn through Shore Trooper. I went ahead and just kept on dumping single targets, just trying to get more turn meter out of Echo Assist as well. And, just trying to keep our overall damage output low to keep Piet's turn meter on the lower end as well. So we finally get the Shore Trooper down, finally get the Mark down, and we are off to the races with Death Trooper. Now there's one last thing you need to know here, which is if you use Rex Nuke on Piet, even if it's a kill shot, but he has a revive left, he can counterattack you and kill you. This happened to me a couple of times in testing. So what I found to be best, we see that the Death Star charge is on its way back. Piet's turn meter is pretty low, death is pretty manageable, and we have Rex basic for turn meter removal. What I end up doing here is we're going to slow roll Piet a bit. We are going to kill Piet the first time with the Death Star move, which he cannot counter, and then we'll finish him off with the nuke for better, safer overall finish. So we're still just going to work on Death Trooper manually for a little bit, kind of talking through it on the stream and the replay. Doesn't take too long. You see the turn meter removal is coming in pretty nicely here. Trying to figure out if we do have enough room, you know, with Rex being as fast as he is, it's pretty safe here. The one last turn, one last kill on Death Trooper as well, just for good measure. There's the Death Star. A little bit scary with Piet's damage output, but we're fine. And there is the finisher. I was a little bit scared of this Death Trooper turn. You know, we're not in amazing shape, but our Trooper with the finish. And then from there, we're home free. Or sure can hurt, but we've got enough left in the tank that we're good. So yeah, overall, I would just stay focused on that sequence. You know, in the middle, you kind of have to wing it a little bit. It's not a complete puzzle, right? You're not always making the exact same moves. But I will leave the other two replays of the other two wins and hopefully find them interesting or worth watching or learn something from them as well. Yeah, that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Okay. Get this done. Piet basic opener is weird. We actually have the arc call too. Okay. This is not normal. What did the speed down on Piet help a bit? We're calling arc turret to assist with 5 special here, so we just have to spam as many arc turret assists or shots on Dark Trooper as possible. Can't think of a whole lot of reasons not to just do this. I guess the one tragic thing about using this now is this actually could be a way to dispel Daze on Rex in a little bit. Gideon is going to use his Daze next. Realistically, I don't think Echo's surviving. What is happening right now? Why are you getting a 3rd turn, sir? Why are you here? It's actually almost a little bit bad for us. 5s, like, they're not hitting AoEs. There's a lot of damage that's supposed to be happening right now that I'm not exactly seeing. Hit him with the Wandig. Okay, they're starting to remember how to play the video game. I don't love how he's looking at me right now. Ah, if we hit that stun, that would have been so clutch. I don't mind getting this days off of us immediately, though. And the turret beyond Rex, we just immediately go back to having Short Trooper dispelled. It's actually kind of sick. This sucks so bad. I really don't want to waste a nuke turn, but we really just need Dark Trooper dead. I don't think Dark Trooper's gotten to go yet, right? So he might just use AoE. It might be in our best interest to just gamble that he does, because it would be a huge burst of Terminator for us. But I think Gideon might be using control next. This is a very, very weird choice. The hell still felt like a matter when you were dueling yet. Yeah, I think there's probably going to ultimately be 2 ways to run it. This is such a tough spot. If we let him use AoE, he's going to gain a stack back, which is a small deal, but actually feels like it could matter. He's going to take the poison pill. We like basics. Turret swap actually looks like it could matter. Okay, maybe it didn't. This looks like a win to me. We're not taking any Piet counterattacks right now. We're chilling. Would love to have Death Star move on Piet, but I absolutely do not think we can let him keep his toys. It's just smooth things out. Deny him damage to the finish. Kinda just want a basic here for more turn meter. I guess, yeah, he always keeps offense up. Swear to God, if you reverse sweep us right now. Alright. Mobile fan, you just heard something else. You heard some new news. Alright. I don't know to what degree this is gonna be ripped. I mean, chat, you all see what I'm saying though, right? Like how I know we've only got one try so far, like we're doing a bunch of retries for consistent. Like it feels like we're getting deep into the fight. I don't know if there's anything really that I'm missing. This looks pretty not great. Guess we'll see what happens, but death going next. I was on a basic death, actually. Yeah, pushing the meter back. You don't think you'll be able to replicate the winning run? That's fair. It's actually a pretty good situation. I think actually, so if this, the one thing I say that I'm not doing right now that I think if you want to be like really, really sick of this mission, like have the best shots at a winning run, like we have a bunch of choices like this, or like which button do we press? I feel like there's no obvious choice here. If I was tracking the duration of days on me, and if I knew like, okay, if I use nuke right now, we're gonna have days off of us here, like I guess I might just hit it anyway. It feels like a waste of a nuke almost. So we're probably supposed to do turn meter. But this feels like one of those points where like if Short Trooper wasn't taunting right now, big if I know. This actually would just matter. We're probably supposed to pop it. Like we're here, like I feel like we got an early 5 sacrifice. Like we have nuke, we have Death Star, we have tenacity. No one is dazed right now. We have a lot of health and protection. This feels so good, but we're just not that deep on dark stacks here. see an argument that we're just supposed to dunk Gideon now just to get demoralized off of us? Make future turns better? Didn't hit the counterattack. We hit. Oh, we had the tenacity when Gideon did his special, so we actually did keep Arc and Echo undazed. That actually feels pretty impactful to me. Yo, considering my experience with the rest of this mission, it always stuns me when we're actually tanky. I have to be able to just take a Dark Trooper basic to the face. It's actually just kind of shocking. Very close. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about right now with counting cooldowns. Probably counting the day's duration on us. I'm actually just gonna check. Okay. I feel like Gideon's insight would be 2-turn. Days are for 2 turns, yes. That being said, Rex is extremely fast. If we do this now, I think it might be better to wait. I think we want Death Trooper to AoE this. If Death Trooper does Death Mark on us, then so be it. But I think we wait to form up. I think it's a risk we might just have to take right now. The only problem is going to be Gideon, or Piet getting Terminator off of all this. God, the fact that Piet can counter us off of aerial advantage is insane. Even if he dies. I guess volatile energies would be the safe way to kill him without getting counterattacked, I assume. I kind of, like, if we do Rex basic here... if we do Rex basic, it's decent damage and, like, probably some Terminator and Arc. I think we're probably just supposed to nuke on Gideon, boring as it is. Yep, so we get the AoE crits. Yeah, it's gonna go before us though, which is scary. I mean, I'm expecting, right? But this is kind of what I'm gambling for right now, is the Death Trooper grenade. Yeah, I got the heal blocks on us, but that's just gonna be Terminator for us if we can get to Rex without anything bad happening to us. Or actually, like, decently close, so I think this is another winning run. So, we don't really get anything from calling Echo to assist. Yeah, it's gonna go next either way, so I guess it doesn't matter here. Okay, we're cool. So, next Rex dupe will take out Piet permanently. Yeah, totally winning run. This. Don't you dare. I'm not. I'm just gonna tiptoe. It's fine.